Andrei Alakverdov is back home at last. For 2 months, his friends in Moscow worried about him. Alakverdov is one of 30 Greenpeace activists arrested by the Russian Coast Guard in mid-September in the Arctic Ocean. The Russian authorities charged them with piracy.
That was a shock. We didn't expect it. It was extremely unpleasant. It all happened very quickly. At first, we didn't understand what was happening to us.
The environmentalists had tried to attach a protest sign to a Russian oil rig. Greenpeace put these images on the internet. Russian border guards intervene and put a stop to the action at gunpoint. A helicopter arrives, bringing heavily armed special forces who storm the Greenpeace ship Arctic Sunrise. It's as if they were chasing hardened criminals. The activists wanted to warn of the threat of an oil spill on rigs like this one belonging to Gazprom. They say the risk of an accident is just too great.
Gazprom is known for its poor safety standards, and we've seen Shell screw up in the Alaskan Arctic last year. And now these two reckless oil companies are teaming up. It's a disaster waiting to happen. We can see the Arctic sea ice melting in front of our own eyes, and instead of seeing that as a huge threat to mankind and the planet...
The 30 environmentalists and their ship were brought to the city of Murmansk, Russia's largest ice-free port above the Arctic Circle. Here they were held for 6 weeks. The court rejected an initial request to release them despite international protests. They were then taken to St. Petersburg, where the piracy charges were dropped. But they are still accused of hooliganism, which can mean 7 years in jail. An absurd trial, especially for the 26 foreigners in the crew. Radio operator Colin Russell is one of them.
I don't understand the reasons why I'm being detained. I've done 2 months of hard time for nothing. I've done nothing wrong.
Meanwhile, all 30 are free again for the time being. But the foreign activists like Faiza Ulachson must remain in St. Petersburg. The time behind bars was terrible, they say. Aggressive prison guards, scary cellmates who do not speak English, and being allowed out only once a day.
Then we're brought to this dark, dirty, covered exercise yard, and there I did have the opportunity to speak of some of the other women of the Arctic 30. It was quite difficult to communicate with them because we were all in separate dark boxes, but we were able to shout over the walls, and that was like the main point of contact where we could check, is everybody okay?
Andrei Alakverdov, one of 4 Russians on the Arctic Sunrise, is back at work. In the Greenpeace office in Moscow, they're celebrating his return.
Well, ahoy there, pirate. Shiver me timbers. Hey, buddy, you buccaneer.
They plan to keep up the fight for the Arctic.
There will definitely be more protests. We'll have to see what exactly. And not just in Russia. We're not against Russia or Gazprom. We're opposed to any drilling in the Arctic.
But Alakverdov has little hope for himself and his fellow activists. He fears Russia still intends to put them behind bars.